Sometimes on this journey I get lost in my mistakes. What looks to me like weakness is a canvas for strength. And my story isn't over, my story's just begun. Failure won't define me, 'cause that's what my Father does. No, failure won't define me, 'cause that's what my Father does. Lay your burdens down. Here in the Father's house. Check your shame at the door, 'cause it ain't welcome anymore. You're in the Father's house, yeah.
Arrival's not the end game, the journey's where you are. You never want it perfect, you just want it right. And the story isn't over if the story isn't good. And failure's never final when the Father's in the room. Failure's never final when the Father's in the
Lay your burdens down. Here in the Father's house. Check your shame at the door, 'cause it ain't welcome anymore. You're in the Father's house. Sing prodigals, come on. Prodigals come home, the helpless find hope. Love is on the move when the Father's in the room. Freezing doors fling wide, the dead come to life. Love is on the move when the Father's in the room. Miracles take place. The cynical find faith. Love is breaking through when the Father's in the room. Jericho walls are quaking, strongholds now are shaking. The love is breaking through when the Father's in the room. Oh, love is breaking through when the Father's in the room. Ooh, lay your burdens down. Ooh, here in the Father's house. Check your shame at the door, 'cause it ain't welcome anymore. Ooh, you're in the Father's house. All right, we're gonna sing that bridge one more time. But man, if you don't know, this song comes from this story in Scripture about this young guy who takes his wealth from his father, takes his inheritance. He says, I don't want to be a part of the family anymore. I don't want to be around. I'm going to take my money and go. And he spends his money on parties and friends and food and all the good stuff. And then eventually doesn't plan his finances very well and finds himself completely broke. And in the process, he had broken his father's heart. He had taken off on his father. But the story says that the son realized that even in his brokenness and even in his situation, that he could go back to his father's house, and even just to be a waiter, just to be a servant at his father's house would be better than being broke over here. And so he decides, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna hang my head and I'm gonna just do my job. And so he takes off, headed back to the father's house. But the story says that his father sees him coming from a long way off and begins to run to him and begins to take him in his arms and bring him in, and he throws him a party. See, here's the thing, church. Every single one of us at some point have broken our Father's heart. Our sin, our stuff, the things that we've done, we've all broken the Father's heart. But the reality is, man, when we choose to turn back to Jesus, when we choose to go back to him, he's looking, he's seeing us from a far way off, and he's gonna run to you, he's gonna hug you, he's gonna bring you home, he's gonna throw a party, and we can worship together because you are a prodigal that came home. So let's worship this together, and let's turn back to Jesus this morning.